for another video. Today is the preview for the big one, Swansea City versus Manchester City in the Sky Bet Championship. But before we get into our thoughts, we've got a guest on the channel, Man City fan Jason. He's been on the channel before for the game against them 2 years ago in the Cup, so we'll hand it over to him.
Really looking forward to this game against Swansea, actually, from a City point of view. We've got momentum going forward with us. We're on a big winning streak at this moment in time. Obviously, Man City's biggest ambitions for the season's going to be the Premier League and also the Champions League. However, we do take cup competition seriously. We are in the final of the Carabao Cup, which isn't going to be played until April. And obviously, we do like to win the FA Cup as well, and Pep will be taking that very seriously. So a strong squad is to be expected from City for this away match against Swansea. I think it's going to be a very difficult game because I think Swansea is starting just to gather up a little bit of momentum, and with Man City making what I'm expecting to be quite a few changes, it will take Manchester City to get their flair and flow about them a little bit longer than what you'd normally expect if it was going to be Man City's strongest 11 going out. Considering we've got the Champions League first leg coming up in a couple of weeks, we've got big Premier League games coming up against Spurs and Arsenal. We've just had the game obviously against Liverpool where we just ended our Anfield hoodoo as well. This is a game where I'm looking at where City might, what I might call, preserve a little bit of energy, and I think that's going to give Swansea every chance in this game. For Swansea to win this game, in my opinion, what Swansea need to be doing is playing for the space, defending as sensibly as possible, taking no chances against Manchester City, learning from other teams' mistakes. Just have a watch of the City game at Anfield, and Liverpool were their biggest enemies there, making their own mistakes, and that's what Swansea need to be cutting out, not making any mistakes at the back, not allowing City anything, and if you're going to concede, you're allowing Manchester City to work for that. The one thing I want from City's point of view, I know the last time we played Swansea in the Cup, it was overshadowed by offside decisions that wasn't given, and the crying out for VAR and things like that. What I don't want is Manchester City to progress through in this game thanks to some dodgy decisions to be made. I want City to put in a nice, clean, decent performance, and I'm hoping that we can do that. I think we'll be feeling a bit of player fatigue. That game against Liverpool at Anfield was a very difficult game, so I am expecting a lot of changes. I look towards City's bench that didn't feature against Liverpool, so I'm expecting Stefan to be starting in goal instead of Ederson. Laporte will be starting, Mendy will be starting, Fernandinho will be starting, more than likely Eric Garcia will be starting. We might see Tommy Doyle, the youngster, starting for Manchester City as well. We might see Ferran Torres starting too, but I am expecting to see some of the City first team players to be starting. What I do guarantee right now is it will be a strong team from Manchester City. What Swansea need to do is take their opportunities. Look at Cheltenham Town, they caused us lots of problems. They caused us a lot of problems because they didn't show any fear. They went at us and wanted to make it happen. They pushed and grind, and they very nearly made the biggest cup upset happen. And I'm hoping we're going to learn our lessons from that match, and we can put in a nice, clean, professional performance against Swansea, not taking anything for granted. It's a very difficult away match at the Liberty Stadium, but I'm hoping that we can progress and go through, not mentioning the Q word, the quadruple so much to speak, but we are still in all competitions, so fingers crossed from a City point of view, we can win, but I am wishing Swansea all the best of luck for the season, other than for this game, and hopefully we can progress and go through.
So that was Jake giving us his thoughts ahead of the game. His link will be down in the description, and please go subscribe to him. There's some good Manchester City content on there, some good previews and stuff, so please go subscribe to him.
Right, so now into our part. Yeah, let's get straight into it. So it's going to be a massive test, really hard game. Obviously the fans will feel a bit hard done by the last time we played them. Obviously went 2-0 up at half time, and then they went on and won the game then from a penalty, which probably shouldn't have been a penalty, and an offside goal from Aguero, which probably shouldn't have stood either. But that was 2 years ago. We've got to put that in behind us and try and move on and win this game. It's going to be very hard, but I know they're up for the challenge. Definitely capable of pulling off an upset. We just have to be at the top of our game. Obviously we're doing really well in the Championship, they're doing really well in the Prem, so it'll be a good game, but it'll be interesting to see if they play their first team or if they rest some players, because obviously Phil Foden's on fire at the moment, so will he continue to play or will they rest him? Who knows really, but yeah, what's your thoughts anyway?
Of course it's a massive game. Do I feel confident? Not really, but do I feel like we should give some of our new players a chance? Absolutely. I think this is the right game to do it. Obviously in the FA Cup we'd like to go far, but obviously in the league we are in the playoffs at the moment. We're in the top 3, so we would want to concentrate on the league. But I think we'll still put our strong side against Man City, because of course we'll want to beat them. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very difficult game. The last time we actually lost at home was against Huddersfield I think it was the end of October 17th, 2020. I think that was the last time we actually lost at home. So hopefully we can try and keep that streak going. But obviously against Man City, that's going to be tough because they're on top form. To me, they already look like Premier League champions, in my opinion. They're just a very, very, very good side. With some great players. Phil Foden on great form, so it's going to be a very, very difficult game.
Yeah, so obviously now onto the injury news. So Luke will give you the Swansea injury news to start off with.
Yeah, so there's quite a few players out, about 4 or 5 players. So there's Smith, Cullen, Routledge, Bender and Cooper. Those 5 players are all out injured, so they will not be able to play in this Man City game.
Yeah, and then obviously Man City injury news, Nathan Ake's out, obviously their centre half, and then 2 of their key players then, Kevin De Bruyne and Sergio Aguero. But now onto the key players, so starting off for us, obviously it'll have to be Andre Ayew. Enough said about him, one of the best players in the Championship, Premier League standard. He'll be used to playing against players like this, international level and club level, so he's definitely a player to look out for any Man City fans. They probably already know about him. And obviously Conor Hourihane, another Premier League quality player, obviously proving his worth for us, scoring 3 goals in 3 league games, so he's been a great addition to the squad. But yeah, would you add anyone else?
Yeah, I don't think Man City would be scared about this person at all, because our attacks were really good, but I'd actually offer Mark Guihi in our defence. I think he really puts his heart and soul on the line for us at different occasions, so I think he's been a very good player for us this season, and of course I hope we sign him at the end of the season, because I think there is a buy option for us if we would like to get him. So I think he's been a good player for us this season, and hopefully it can continue until the end of the season.
Yeah, so now onto the lineups. So starting off for me, in goal I'll go for Freddie Woodman. Obviously Bender's out injured, and Hamer's probably not going to play. Right wing back Connor Roberts, left wing back Ryan Manning, 3 at centre back Joel Atibodier to play against his old club, Mark Gehi and Ryan Bennett, and then in midfield I think I'm going to go with Matt Grimes and Conor Hourihane. In the cam spot Jan Danda, and then up front Andre Ayew and Jordan Morris. But yeah, what's your lineup?
Yeah, in goal I'd also go for Freddie Woodman. Left wing back Jake Birdwell, right wing back Conor Roberts. It's tough. 3 centre halves, Cabango, Guihi and Bennett. Midfield, after the Grimes and Hourihane. Cam, it's tough. I think Cam, I'd go with... Actually, you know what, I'm with Conor Hourihane to Cam and play Fulton in this position. And then up front, I'll go with Ayew and... Yeah, I think Jordan Morris deserves a chance. If he deserves his opportunity, I think now is the right time to play him.
Yeah, so lastly on to score predictions. So obviously it's going to be a tough game. We will fancy our chances, but it's going to be very hard. So I'm going to say 3-1 Manchester City. I'm going to say goals from Andre Ayew. I'm going to, for Man City, Raheem Sterling with 2 and Phil Foden with 1. But yeah, what's your prediction?
Yeah, I'm going to go for the exact same as last year. Of course, we'd like us to win, but it's looking very, very unlikely, and all the odds are going to be against us. So obviously we'd love to get revenge on them, but I'm going to go for a 3-2 Man City win. Goals for them: Foden, Bernardo Silva, and João Cancelo. And for us, I'll go with Ayew and Matt Grimes to get another goal against them.
Yeah, so obviously that's it for this preview, and we'll be back tomorrow either for a match reaction or a live stream. We're still undecided, but there'll definitely still be some form of video, so stay tuned and thanks for watching.